All right, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let me pull up a chair real quick. 'Cause, pull this chair. We're locked in. All right. All right. So it's been a little while since I made a video. Kind of just wanted to get on here and talk about current life situation. Right. When I do these videos, I talk to the video or to the camera as if I'm talking to myself, and that even though I'm like knowingly posting it on a public platform, that it's not really meant for anyone, it's meant for me, but that if anyone sees it, good, great, right? So was it last month, 2 months ago now, I got a payout with trading. I made $8,000 on a funded 25K account. I ended up pulling 1,000 out, and ever since then, tilt mode. I forgot how to trade. I forgot how to risk manage. I forgot to do anything when it comes to trading. Forget it. That payout really hurt me more than it did good, because it convinced me that I knew what I was doing, right? And while I do have a good grasp at the chart, and I have my own strategy, I got really cocky even with that one payout, because I was able to make $2,500 on my first day funded, another $2,500 on my second day funded, another 1,000 on my third. I had a fucking amazing week, and then I pulled out $1,000 and lost it all. So it really did more bad than it did good, but it was a learning curve for me. It was definitely a learning thing, and with that being said, I've been kind of taking time off. I got a second job. So I work for a rental company. We rent out construction equipment. I drive the semi-truck. I could do both. I drive a small F-250, and then I drive a semi-truck because I'm a CDO. So yeah. So I've been taking time off the charts, time away. I kind of don't have any time because I work both jobs 4 days out of the week. So I can't actively trade like as much as I'd like to, but I still do get on the charts here and there. So this week I plan to buy a funded account and kind of just work with that one. I really need to learn how to just understand that this is a marathon, not a race, and the longer I can stay in the game and not blow an account, the better I am off, right? Even if it takes me, 30 days is extensive on an eval in my opinion, but even if I stay on that eval for 30 days, I'm still winning. Why? Because I didn't blow the account. I didn't waste the, $70 that those 25K accounts cost. So if I can stay in the game long enough, I will eventually win, because I do have winning days, right? But I would just need to make my losing days very, very small, and that's the problem that I struggle with, is when I lose, I want to be right so bad, so I just continue to lose, and then there goes the account. So I know what I'm doing wrong. I just can't stop myself from not doing it. And that's the shitty part about fucking not having self-discipline. And I have self-discipline in certain areas of my life, but when it comes to charts, I just forget it all. right? So I've been trying really hard to just like better myself off the charts as well. You know, with my diet, with my social life, with my relationships, with my own demons that I fight every fucking day. It's just so much shit, right? That way, when I get on the charts, I can leave all that behind and strictly focus on the charts. Because I truly believe, like, it's not that hard to trade. And I tell this to a lot of people. It is not that hard to understand what trading is. It's price, it's time. It goes up, it goes down, you sell low. Or you sell high, you buy low, right? But it's the emotions that take over and take control of the whole outcome of the damn thing. So I'm trying to learn how to be real emotionless when it comes to trading, because the more emotions you have, the worse off you're gonna be. So it is currently August, and yeah, my ultimate goal with all this is not even to quit my job. I don't want to stop working, right? I want to stay active. I want to keep a job, but I do want to quit my second job, right? So I want to be able to quit my second job. And with that being said, as of now, and I'm very transparent. I've always been transparent. I do not care. All right, maybe I should. Maybe I don't give a fuck. But with my second restaurant job, putting in 20 hours a week, because I do my full 40. With my main job, 20 hours on the second job, I pull in around 250, 300 bucks. If I can make 250 to 300 bucks a week and take out 1,000 a month off of trading, I will quit my second job. I'm not gonna quit my first job, but I will quit my second job. And that is very achievable with trading. Very, right? It is not hard to make 1,000 in 30 days in trading prop firms. That is light work. But I'm trying to fucking touch the stars and overnight, and that's the problem I'm having, is because I think, and like I'm used to thinking and all this social media shit like, oh, this will happen overnight, but it's a snowball effect. Like and that's something I'm starting to understand as well. It is a snowball effect in trading. Once you can get that one payout and you can stay in the game long enough, you can be able to max allocate these prop firms, and then from there it is just a snowball effect, because then that one month, that $1,000 month turns into $5,000 months, right? At the minimum. So, and that's just with the lowest account that the prop firm I like to trade with offers, right? So that's a 25K account. If I get 50K accounts, that turns into 10K months now. It is very simple plan to follow, yet I struggle because I'm trying to get rich overnight. And fuck, $1,000 would allow me to quit my job. $5,000 would change my life, low key. $10,000, ridiculous, right? Anyone making $10,000 a month, I mean, has to exchange their time for that. And if I can do that by trading, I'm saving a bunch of fucking time. Right? I'm saving a bunch of stress. I'm saving myself in every aspect when it comes to trading, right? So, that's the goal. That's the plan. And I really don't want to give this shit up, because I know it's very achievable, and I'm smart enough to like follow the plan and execute it. But I just always let my emotions take over. And that's something I'm trying to conquer now. So, that's the plan here, and that's the goal. I got my first payout within a month moving into this new house, and I plan to take another one and another one and another one. So I'm really gonna take it slow. You know, slow motion is better than no motion, and especially when it comes to trading. So that's the plan, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm also thinking about going back to school for welding. Even though my goal now is to like be a trader full time, that's my goal. Like, That's really what I want to do if I'm being serious. I want to be a full-time trader. But meanwhile, while I'm chasing that goal, I also want to pursue a welding, not career, but I want to get my cert. I want to get some experience. That way, in a year or two, I'll have a year or two of CDL experience with my current job, and then I'll have a year or two of welding experience with my certs. So that way, on top of my trading, I can have a very good job and I can continue to carry myself that way, right? Because at the end of the day, if trading doesn't work out, which is not what I believe or not what I want to speak into existence, but at the end of the day, I will always have a skill or two that will allow me to get paid to pay the bills. So I'll never be without having bills paid. It's just like a safety net, right? By the way, this isn't weed, this is a cigar. Don't want to hear it, I know. But I really need to stop this shit too, because it's not really good for me, especially with how much I like to work out. It doesn't help at all. But I don't smoke weed. I hardly drink alcohol. I don't really find interest in going out, which is, I know it's kind of bad, but not really, because at the end of the day, I just want to do good for myself, and I'm young, I'm 21, you know, I got time. God forbid anything happens to me, I can always drink later, you know, I can always smoke weed later in my life. Like, it's not something I'm urgently, like, worried about, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I make these videos that way I can look back one day and be like, damn, bro, like, look at that, bro. Like, you knew it was there and you fucking did it. Like, you fucking kept pushing through the hard times, through all the doubts and through all the worries, and you finally made it. Like, and I genuinely, like, every time I go to bed, I play some music and I just think about, like, my now, like, damn, like, life is so good. Like, a few months ago I was struggling. I was living off of $250 a week for 6 months, damn near, you know, paying rent, barely, like, so the way I use credit cards, right, is I'll always pay it off, but at the end of the month, I'll always carry a balance into my next statement, and then I'll pay it off the next month, right? So I'm never carrying a, like, debt, but I am carrying a statement over into the next month. So I've learned how to work the credit pretty well. So I'm yet to have a late payment. I'm yet to have any debt. So even with the amount of money I've lost in trading, I'm still not in debt. I'm at a loss, but I'm not in debt, which I'm grateful for, because fuck that. Fuck being in debt. If you can avoid debt, by all means, like, avoid it. And especially when you're young, and especially if you're making a lot of money when you're young, avoid the debt, avoid the debt, avoid the debt, because life can change very quick. You can get in a car crash and boom, work's gone for months, years, who knows, right? So avoid debt at all costs, right? People like to say, oh, but live your life, you're young, da-da-da. No, fuck that. Do not do it. Do not fall into the propaganda, right? So that is the current mindset that I carry, and I try to tell everyone, like, work on your credit, don't get in debt, don't get a new car, buy a fucking cheap beater car. Don't, you know, you have a lot of time to fucking worry about that shit, and especially if you're hustling young and you save a lot of money and you do it right, you can buy that stuff later. You can assemble a set of assets that'll pay for that later. And the shitty thing now is that we're in 2026. Things are fucking expensive right now. Everything is exploding. Stocks, markets, the cost of living, everything is so expensive that even if you're making a decent amount of money, it's just still, like, hard to fucking get ahead. You have to really, like, put your head in the mud and grind for, like, that. Invest and save. And I don't even believe in saving, because saving is a waste of money. Your money depreciates the longer it sits. So might as well allocate it to different things. Try and invest in early markets and early stocks. Like, and living in Yuma, it sucks because I struggle to I struggle to like, what the fuck, brain fart. Um, I struggle to meet new people who are on the same shit, right? Everyone my age likes to drink, likes to like spend their money, likes to live, and I'm not on that same page right now. I'd rather not live right now. I'd rather struggle and struggle and struggle, so that way later in life I'm not struggling, right? So, and a lot of times I don't give myself credit for where I'm at. Like, just this, almost the same time last year I got arrested. I lost my job. I lost my current career path that I was gonna pursue, which was like the medical field. I wanted to be a nurse or a phlebotomist. I wanted to get into the medical field, be calm, because my knees are hurting. You know, my knees are fucked up. I have fucking missing meniscus in both my knees. They hurt. You know, I wake up aching. But I mean, at this point, I really have no choice. I really have no choice but to figure it the fuck out, and that's what I'm doing. So, if you struggle, like, just always remember and always think back to a bad time you had, and just remember, like, to give yourself a pat on the back and appreciate how far you've come. Even though you've got a lot more to do, just appreciate it. Like, for all we know, we could die tomorrow, and you would have never gave yourself that pat on the back. Like, that sucks, you know? Like, that hella sucks. And I try not to be too hard on myself. But it's also hard when I feel like I should be doing a lot more. I know I have a lot more in me. I know I have a lot more potential to help people too. I just don't know how to do it. And I do understand that my way of thinking and the way I talk and the way I express things could be overwhelming for a lot of people, but I just find I have the best interests, you know, like, I don't mean any harm. And when I tell people, like, you should do this better, you should do this, I wish someone told me, like, how to do better, you know. I wish someone was, like, really caring about me. And I know people do, but not a lot of people, like, really try and, you know, care or be there, you know. So it's just a lot. And so I really look forward to what the rest of this year has, and to see what I can do. I also want to continue creating content. Now, I do short form content on Instagram, but I have ADHD, so I just don't. I think about it and then I don't do it. So the goal also for the rest of this year is to just do. No, not. You can think about it as much as you want, but unless you're doing it, you're not progressing, right? So, do. That's the rest of the goal for this year. Just make it happen, right? Just make it happen. So, with that being said, I think that concludes everything I got to talk about tonight. Just kind of wanted to give myself a little update. And if you ever struggle or have any questions, my comments are open. You know, you can always hit me personally at my Instagram, Formatic 2Deep. Well, not that one. That's my personal. Go ahead. But it's Omar.Espino. That's my media. It's my content account. So if you want to hit me there, you can. Yeah, I really want to help people. Like, that's really the main goal too. In the midst of all this struggle, in the midst of all my hustling, like, I want to be able to help people, you know, find purpose and a passion, and just elevate themselves, you know, elevate their pockets, their financial situation, their mental situation. Like, I used to be really bad, and I'm now finding, you know, a stable grounding place where I can actually, like, think and move forward. So if I can help anyone, I always want to do that. So shout out to my dad for instilling that in me, that, like, you gotta help people, you know. That's why we're here, you know, gotta help each other. So yeah, if you've seen my journey from the start, I appreciate you. I know I've heard a good few things from people, saying that I've done good and that I'm doing better. So it really does make me feel good when I hear that stuff, even though I don't express it enough. I appreciate you guys for those who do, say stuff like that and notice the difference in how I carry myself and how I'm trying to pursue this life. So, of course, we're not perfect. I still got a lot of fucking things to work on. And if you know me personally, you know that damn well. But you could conquer your mind. If you could conquer your mind, you can conquer the world. Just remember that. Remember that. The devil is always constantly trying to drag you down with him. Don't let it happen. Fucking step on that shit. Throw it behind you and keep your chest up high and keep it moving, right? So that's all I got. Stay tuned for the next update. Follow my Instagram if you want to see daily posts or whatever. And I'm gonna head out. Gotta work tomorrow. So peace.